Nigga, I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 296 of the SZN Podcast. I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, you know the drill by now. Please get head over to our Instagram or Twitter page. That's SZN Pod or SZN Podcast. There's a link in the bio. Both those pages now take you to where we're situated at streaming-wise. So, if you like the audio thing, we've got the Spotify links, the Apple Podcast links, and so on and so forth. And if you prefer the visuals, the YouTube channel link is also there, as is also the TikTok. If you like the short form content, all and everything, guys, please can you like, subscribe, engage with us. You know the drill by now. Appreciate you guys. Flowz, here we are again, another week. Out here in another undisclosed location. Here to pod. Hope you're good, bro.
Yeah, man. What you said?
Good man. Let's get into it. I feel like there's a lot of talking points this week. Certain topics I'm eager to crack on with, as you know.
We have to.
Let's start with, obviously, we saw some fights this weekend.
Yeah.
We'll start with the UK. The Benn Whittaker versus Brian Suarez card. Obviously, we know this was meant to be the Callum Smith, David Morrell card, but that got cancelled, unfortunately. That was a shame because that's a good fight to me.
Yeah.
Very, very good fight. I do hope they can run that back or try and get that back on. But credit to Matchroom, they didn't cancel the whole event. They just promoted Benn Whittaker to the main. And obviously, we're always eager to see the surgeon in action. He was up against, Brian Suarez, a guy that we're not really that familiar with, but we did see him against Lyndon Arthur. He gave Lyndon Arthur hell, to be honest, if we're keeping it a buck. But I looked at him and his record and whatnot, saw there was like 4 or 5 losses there. But he's got quite a few wins and a lot of KOs. So, you know how last week we said we kind of expect how he's going to fight. Argentinian knockout artist. He's going to apply pressure. Let's see if Benn Whittaker can put on the show and, you know, show that he can deal with maybe a high pressure fighter. And navigate that space. How do you feel like he did, bro?
Well, he done the job.
Okay.
And look, where typically, I've personally been critical of Benn Whittaker.
Yeah, you have.
In the sense that when he's up against these guys that we don't know, he's going 12 rounds with them, or the refs handing him a stoppage. I'm going to say handing him one. At this time,
you set the challenge for him. You said take the stoppage. Right?
Okay. Get the stoppage yourself. Put him out of there. And he went and done that. So I can't crash it too much, He's done what he needed to.
Is there anything you can crash at him based on the fact that, listeners, he stopped this guy in 1 round? Is there any critique that you do have at all? Or the
only thing I will say is, I don't know who this guy's beat. I don't know who he lost to. I don't know who.
That's a famous Floyd quote, you know. I don't know who you beat. I don't know who you lost.
Applies to this guy, because when I saw he stopped him in 1 round, I was like, okay, this guy must be food then. He must be, because I saw the stoppage.
Do you remember him against?
Yeah, I do. After I checked is when I remembered. I checked. Okay,
he dropped Arthur as well.
So I'm even. Seeing. Wait a minute. Is he good or not? Because I was expecting that my Ghana style to come in and but I saw the stoppage, and I'm seeing him hold it. He could have got up. It was a shot back in the head where he's complaining. He's like making a meal of it, and he did a gap. I was like, this guy's food then. Get him out of it. Like it's not the step up we're wanting to see from Whittaker.
I mean, look, he did his job, as you said. Looked good. I think Benn Whittaker boxed for about 1.5 minutes, right? Where he was boxing behind the jab and whatnot. And I think he himself realized after that 1.5 minutes, this guy's crap. This guy's food. Obviously the jab was tagging him. This guy, very basic, coming forward, no head movement, kept his head on center line. He was eating those jabs all day. And then Whittaker started investing into the body. So it was quite clear that obviously, you know, the skill gap was very apparent. But I think after 1.5 minutes, that's when he started doing his first set of showboating. Because we said that when the levels increase with Whittaker, this guy is gonna stop the showboating. And we've seen that. He doesn't really do it as much. But I think because he was comfortable and realized that this guy is very, very basic, I can start showboating a little bit. Did his first set of showboating, and then he got back to work. And that's when he started to really tag him to the body and sort of, I guess, beat him up. This guy was complaining about back of the head stuff. Kept complaining about back of the head. Referee aired it. And next thing we know, the shot itself, bro, what do you think of it? Because At first, it looked like it was a clipping shot to the back, almost to the back of the head, but also to the side of the head or the head. But that's dropped this guy, and he didn't want to know it anymore after that. But do you feel like it was the back of the head, the shot?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. Look, if you can get up, get up. If you don't want to get up, all right, move on.
Yeah. He didn't want to know.
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Move on to the next one. To me, this is a warm-up fight for Benn Whittaker because he's not been too active. I can't remember the last time we saw him.
Cameron, no?
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. So, to me, this is a warm-up fight for him. Cool. Back in the ring. And because he kind of headlined it, it kind of boosts his profile somewhat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a good step in the sense of his profile.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
I can't lie, bro. Because his post-fight in-ring interview, I'm putting in the comments. They hate this guy, man. They want him to lose so bad. It's so funny to me, man. It's hilarious. Like, all the fans are like, they hate arrogance.
Yeah.
And he's mad arrogant. The way they're talking, crashing at him, saying, I can't wait for him to lose. Someone needs to humble him, this, that. It's so funny to me. And I feel he's the type of character that welcomes that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, keep winning. Obviously, I hope we're going to see him back out again soon, I think.
I hope so.
And then we can assess again properly then. But, yeah, he did what he had to do. So I've got no complaints on my end.
Yeah.
Did what he had to do. Flowz, let's head over to America. Because, obviously, we talked about proxy wars last week. The best proxy war in boxing. It's between the girls right now.
Yeah.
Clarissa Shields, Alicia Baumgardner. Alicia Baumgardner was headlining against Shin, former Caroline Dubois opponent.
Yeah.
And obviously, we've said that the build-up for this has been hilarious. What are some of your highlights before we get it?
Caroline Dubois, this turn for her is crazy.
Heel turn.
Yeah. All the back and forths.
Yeah.
Alicia saying Michaela Bear will beat Clarissa Shields.
Crazy.
Alicia Baumgardner hasn't mentioned her opponent once in the build-up. She's beat for Caroline, she's beat for Clarissa.
Yep.
Yeah. And she's talking about Katie Taylor and Matt Serrano.
Yeah.
Yeah, these lot are so invested in each other, and I'm invested in the storyline too. Because it's Friday.
I need this fight so bad. I need.
They all got to see each other
somehow, some way. I don't know how they're gonna make it, but these lot need to get in the ring together and crack at each other because it's ridiculous at this point. Like the way these lot are beefing, it's insane. But yeah, Alicia was fighting Shin. Obviously, that is like I said, former Caroline Dubois opponent, but a good opponent. And she was headlining, so she's looking at to put on a show. I thought Alicia did the thing.
Yeah.
10 round. Don't forget, Alicia's fighting 3-minute rounds over MVP. Is she the only one doing it right now?
I think someone else done it. I think someone else has done it. Yeah.
Okay. But she's the one of note that's doing it. Because her last fight was also 3-minute rounds.
Yeah.
So she's fought again 3-minute rounds, 10 rounds. And in my opinion, she won every round.
Yeah.
She looked pretty dominant. She boxed different. She gave us different looks, different styles.
Yeah.
Sometimes she was aggressive, front foot. Other times she was fighting behind the jab, on the back foot. I want to credit Shin because that girl's got an engine. Like even though she was losing, she kept coming forward. But Alicia got the W deservedly so. She actually hurt her one time as well, maybe twice. So yeah, she did her thing. But I knew she was going to win. You knew she was going to win. It was the afters that we were looking to sort of take stock of and get involved with. Yeah, Flowz, let's talk about after. Because obviously, in ring, they've asked her, about Caroline Dubois. She specifically named the names that she wants to fight next.
Yeah.
Katie Taylor, as you said.
Yeah.
Amanda Serrano, right? And those are the main two. I think they've mentioned Caroline Dubois to her. And she calls her Dubois. she calls her Caroline Dubois, saying how she's a little fish. I'm the big fish. She's a guppy. That's what she said, word for word, verbatim. Obviously, what else is going on? I'm pre-ing the Twitter because these girls are active on the Twitter as well. Immediately, Caroline said she's an E-level fighter. Yeah. I'm pre-ing Clarissa. Clarissa, she hasn't exploded at this point. She hasn't, because I think she hasn't said anything yet. First of all, what do you make of? Because even before this fight, Flowz, we saw Keith Connolly, who's the manager for Alicia Baumgardner, talking about something about how the Caroline Dubois fight is about 2 years away.
Yeah.
Trying to imply that they want to build it, give it about 2 years, and then they can get it on. For me personally, I ain't trying to hear all that. Unless you're the same.
It's difficult. I'll be honest.
Okay.
Why I find it?
Do you think it needs more building?
I don't think it needs more building. I just can't see how they're gonna make it work because Alicia's looking at Katie Taylor and Amanda,
the big names.
She's a weight below.
Yeah.
Caroline Dubois operating at a weight above 135.
Alicia's 130, and Caroline's
135.
What?
There's other champions at 135.
Yeah.
Dubois is not going to come down to 130 to see Alicia.
Yeah.
Alicia has no plans of moving up to 135. So you're calling out someone who's not really in your path, not looking at that path. So either you're going to come down and try and challenge, and then make it that you have to see me,
right?
So it feels like they pass out ready to cross it.
To rebuttal that,
yeah.
Alicia's been calling out Clarissa Shields for years.
Yeah,
and they're even a bigger distance apart.
Yeah, we know that's not realistic. We know that's not happening.
Caroline's a lot more realistic.
Yeah.
Than Clarissa Shields versus the Baumgardner.
Clarissa is a bigger name, a bigger draw. She's achieved more.
Yeah.
Caroline's still, like she says, she says a little pop to her.
Yeah.
She hasn't been undisputed. She hasn't achieved. Like Michaela Mayer's a bigger name.
Yeah. Word.
Katie Taylor's a bigger name. Serrano's a bigger name.
Ultimately, the argument. I mean, I kind of get where Alicia is coming from in terms of because she likes to say that Caroline needs to get more skin in the game. Fair play. You know, Alicia is more established. She's been undisputed before. We've seen her for a minute now. So I feel like she feels like she's at the stage where she's earned the right to have the mega fight with the mega star. Whereas Caroline, and obviously she fights Caroline now and loses, that gravy train's gone. That bankroll's gone for her. You know what I'm saying? So I do get that part of it. Obviously, you want that big legacy fight, which is what she's chasing. But when the needle was just so authentic, I need that, bro. As a fan, I need that now. Yeah, it's crazy, but ultimately she's still saying that Caroline Dubois isn't ready for her, blah blah. She's got bigger fish to fry. And obviously Caroline's going to disagree with it, but from what I can tell, Caroline is going to waste time. She's not going to try and unify with. I thought Caroline's going to try and become undisputed.
Yeah,
and then say, okay, I'm undisputed now. What are you saying?
Yeah,
you said I don't have this, you don't have that. Okay, cool. I've done that route. What you said. Let's see. And Caroline said that even 2 years' time, that's very realistic because she plans to move to 147. I think she said, or 140 or whatever soon. So we'll see how that plays out. But I'm still going to be beating down that drum for that fight, bro. I can't lie. I'm still going to.
The minute Alicia moves up, or if she indicates that she's not moving up, then you got to see Caroline.
She can't stay at 130 forever. No way.
You got to see Caroline at that point. But because she hasn't made it clear that she wants to move up, then you're basically just calling out someone who's in a lower weight class, guys. And I've never really been a fan of that.
Yeah, that's true. So out of the two names that she mentioned, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, do you have a preference in terms of who she fights?
I think Amanda Serrano makes more sense.
Right.
For me.
MVP.
Yeah, MVP.
Same. Okay.
And it's not my perfect pick. I prefer the needle.
Of course. Needle. No, but yes, like I said, strictly between the two.
But between those two, Amanda Serrano, I think, that just makes more sense.
Okay.
Yeah. For the US.
Cracking fight.
Yeah.
Spike. That's going to do numbers as well. They're both great fighters. So yeah, I wouldn't say no to either.
Yeah.
Katie Taylor, I do feel like is probably close to being on the way up.
Yeah. Last 5 weeks.
Yeah, it's the last. Yeah. So fight. We'll see which one. But do you see any of those fights happening?
I don't know. I don't know because they're all with MVP.
Yeah. Oh, is Katie Taylor MVP?
No, Katie Taylor's I've heard that. Well, our last 2 fights or 2 of the last 3 fights have been on MVP.
Yes, they have been.
Serrano one.
Serrano, yes. Yeah.
They've obviously got a good working relationship.
For sure.
But,
I
don't know. I think that MVP might make her an offer because they've got all the girls. They've got all the leads. So we'll see. But I don't know. Look, Katie Taylor deserves a good send-off. I don't know if Baumgardner's that good send-off. No disrespect, but they take it to Ireland, make it. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to Baumgardner's that because she's already fought Serrano, which is huge. I don't think Baumgardner tops that.
Yeah, she does.
So I don't know.
Okay. You mentioned obviously all the girls on MVP. There is one girl that we know who isn't on MVP. And boy, we have we've got to talk about Clarissa Shields.
Yeah.
Clarissa Shields, who we knew was gonna pop off. She had a few of her ops on that card, obviously, not just with Baumgardner, but Shadesha Green, who they've had needle for years as well.
Beefing everywhere.
She's beefing everyone. What we talk about, we love Clarissa Shields. She's a psychopath though. There's no two ways about it. She's a crazy woman. I expected her to say something, and in the build up, obviously we've seen Alicia Baumgardner say a few things about Clarissa.
Yeah,
saying that she's at what she came onto the scales with no 6-pack or something. Yeah, that riled her. She said she feels like Michaela Mayer beats her. Crazy. Because listeners, if you remember, Alicia and Michaela had the maddest beef. Yeah. The maddest beef. And I think that's the first time I've ever heard her praise Michaela Mayer or mentioned ever. So to do that just to spite Clarissa, crazy. Yeah, and obviously Alicia's now, because obviously she claims that she's the face. She likes to claim that she's the face of boxing, of women's boxing, sorry. And Clarissa's like, hang on here, I'm the one with all the accomplishments. I'm the one that's undisputed 5 times in 5 different weight classes, all that kind of stuff. So you can't really talk that. I've kind of accepted the fact that we're probably not going to see these two in the ring, despite the beef. Unless there's some sort of catch weight or something, but they're too far apart in size. Yeah. But I'm still enjoying, like I said, the proxy war. And we've now seen Clarissa Shields drop a 30-minute, I think it was an Instagram live rant or whatever, just rubbishing both Shadeja and Alicia for 30 minutes straight. And Flowz, I was crying. It was so funny, man. But I was locked the hell into that. She, you know the ones that she came to hate watch. Yeah. And even though Alicia Baumgardner, I feel like won every round and looked pretty impressive to me, she still found little things to nitpick and complain and say, oh yeah, you look tired. There was a 3 out of 10 performance, this, that. I thought it was hilarious, bro. But yeah, man, I don't know, Flowz. Do you see any way of this being solved? Because as you said, these two, they need to see each other.
Yeah, I do. I don't know how. They might have to do an exhibition or something. They have to see each other because this beef will die. They butt each other in person. Yep. Then he scrapped them.
Yep.
And
a few times.
Yeah, a few times. I don't think sparring will solve it.
No.
I think they got to, because I need to see it.
Bro, I don't know how, bro.
I need to see it. I think they got to see each other because the fact that they were brethren before.
That's what makes it even funnier.
They were brethren, they were cool.
This all came from a competitive, I feel like it came from Alicia saying that, yeah, you know, like you're good, but I feel like I'm better than you. Yeah. I'd like to fight you.
Yeah, like, oh, she's the best. It was just a small comment.
Yeah.
And you know, Clarissa rises if you mention their name.
If you mention, yeah.
And then it took, and AB's not going to back down.
Yeah.
Never going to back down. Mm-hmm. And since then, it's just one thing after another.
Yeah.
So they got to see each other.
Somehow. Well, I don't know. We're pleading to someone, I don't know, some sort of stipulation, a catch weight or something. Can we get Alicia Baumgardner and Clarissa Shields in the ring together? We just for the build up alone.
Yeah.
Look, but the thing is though, if I talk about Clarissa's comments and whatnot, I can understand why she was pissed off the other day, because obviously for her, she was saying how these girls have been using my name for clout all build up. All week they've been mentioning, and all you people have been saying, Shadeja Greens can knock me out, this, that. But she's now lost to a woman that I beat up. She destroyed Lani Goods. She beat her in 10 rounds. So, yeah. And then we've seen, I'm not too sure what happened to Shadeja. Apparently she was ill or she was suffering from something, but end of the day, she left the arena on a stretcher. She lost. So it's yeah, I can understand why she'd be annoyed that everyone bigging up a certain person and then they folded to an opponent that she's already beat. And let's keep it a buck, bro. She might be, I feel like Clarissa Shields, obviously, she's like Marmite. You're going to like her or hate her. And I feel like a lot of people are put off by her personality. But ultimately, she is the best.
Yeah.
And no one can chat to her.
Yeah.
I don't see a woman alive in boxing who can beat this girl. No. Like, not even close to, like, it's crazy. I always see comments saying, I can't wait for her to be humble, this, that. No one is humbling her.
No one.
She put hands on everyone.
No one.
She's the goal for a reason, right? So, yeah, she's got all the accomplishments. She wins all her fights comfortably. She's got the biggest energy. She throws the most punches, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, man, she's justified in her talk, basically. She can back her chat.
Yeah, facts.
Facts. And until someone does humble her, which I don't see happening, she can carry on talking, if you ask me.
Yeah. But in fact, I want to ask.
Go on.
If Caroline and Alicia fight, who do you have winning?
Ooh.
Who do you actually back in that? Because what I've seen is a lot of people saying Caroline stops AB.
I don't think she stops her.
Beats AB.
I think Caroline can beat her.
So if they fight next, you're picking Caroline?
I think so, I think so. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I probably lean to, at this stage, I think AB's cold. Yeah. I think Caroline spitefulness with her punching will catch her, I think, and give her trouble. Yeah, I think Caroline beats her. I do. If they're fighting at this juncture.
Yeah.
You think AB in it?
Yeah, I'll pick AB. The reason being, I think it might be too soon for Caroline. I don't think Caroline's been in the fight that AB's been in.
Right.
Someone like Michaela Mayer, I've backed Michaela to win that.
Tough, and it was debatable. A lot of people thought that Michaela did take that.
A lot
it was close. Yeah.
And we've seen different looks to AB already.
Yeah.
Which I've been impressed with.
Since the incident, have you been impressed with AB's work?
I was impressed with that last fight.
Okay, right. Okay.
I was impressed that last fight. So look,
I do think a lot of people are trying to say that she's not as impressive or she's lost steam.
Nah.
But I think they're saying that because she's not stopping her opponents. Because she went on a bit of a run where she was stopping, I think, one or two.
The thing is,
or hurting people.
She stopped Terry Harper. Yeah. And she didn't stop anyone for ages. Then she popped.
Yeah.
And like I mentioned before, it's not like the Gerald Miller popping or the Conor Benn popping or Ryan Garcia popping.
Yeah.
It was one test out of several that came back adverse, and then they somehow came there or something. Yeah. So I don't think she was taking the pharmacy as such. So when people say, she was stopping everyone, she wasn't. She stopped Terry Harper, didn't stop anyone for ages, then popped, and I think it's been 3 fights since then. So I don't.
It's a very intriguing fight. I feel like, and like I said, I don't want it to happen. I don't think. I wouldn't say that I feel like AB is scared of Caroline Dubois, but I think she's wary of her because, again, it's a high risk, low reward situation.
Bigger, she's fast, spiteful.
I think she's quicker than her, So, and again, and it's one of them ones where she could lose. In her heart, she might think, boy, it's a tough fight for me. And if I lose it, then I've lost my ticket to Katie Taylor or Amanda Serrano.
Yeah.
So I'm not ready to take that risk yet.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
It's not worth the risk. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Not to say that she's scared. Again, I feel like if she felt like she was definitely bet like easily, she'll make that fight now. It's like, cool, I'll watch her now.
Yeah.
But she knows that she is actually good.
It's better. It's probably better now because if Caroline's
going to get better and better.
Yeah,
she's like 23, 22.
If Caroline becomes undisputed and takes out the other champions and builds that confidence, because there are some dangerous champions in her weight class.
Yeah, the one that they keep talking is it the Elif? Yeah.
She's wild. She's raw,
strong,
but she's powerful.
She's strong, very, very strong. And Caroline say now she's trying to make that next installment of the fight. So a lot of people are saying that you're ducking Elif. If Caroline takes her out, again, it's going to make her look even better.
Yeah, and there's another champion in that weight class. If she takes them all out, then she's been in the fight with serious people.
Yeah, for sure.
Say Terry Harper isn't serious, but even Terry Harper was giving her problems early, wasn't she?
Yeah.
So I think AB's best chances now later on it's a bigger problem.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see what side of the fence you sat on. Yeah.
Okay. Before we wrap up this up, I think the funniest part of that rant, the 30-minute rant that Carissa did, when she was named her top 4 women in boxing. I know that killed you. When she said it's me, it's Katie, it's Amanda, and then she said Michaela.
She said someone else. She said Lauren Price.
And then Lauren Price. And then she went, actually no, Caroline's there too. So it's me, Katie, Amanda, Caroline. She's only putting Caroline there again, and we said it's a proxy war, just to spite Baumgardner. That's it. So funny. But yeah, man. Look, man, good luck to all parties involved. Like I said, I want to see the best fights happen. Men and women's boxing. And this is, the women's game is cracking right now. So yeah, man, we got to give a shout out to these girls. But hopefully somehow, we see these people in the ring at some point. Let's fast forward to next week, Flowz, because there is, I guess, two cards that are worth mentioning. We're talking about. I think on Friday we've got in Paris, Tony Yoka versus Lawrence Okoli at heavyweight. What are your thoughts on this fight first and foremost?
Fight.
Okay.
Good fight. I think, what's this, Okoli's third?
Yeah, I think third out on a heavyweight, yeah.
Third fight at heavyweight.
Yeah.
And Yoka's he's on a winning streak of the day.
He is, yeah.
He's on a winning streak.
After, he had a 3-fight losing streak, and now he's
crazy. So, this should be, I won't say an exciting fight, I can't guarantee that, but it's a good matchup.
Why you say that?
We know why. But look, I don't know what Okoli, because I've criticized how he's moved up in weight.
Yeah.
You see how Whittaker moved up in weight, and how Okoli's moved up in weight.
Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully he's coming. He's in decent shape.
Right.
And hopefully he has an impressive performance, because that makes the heavyweight landscape more interesting.
Yeah.
But I can't trust the Okoli too tough, you know.
It's one of them. Yeah. Probably another crossroads fight for Yoko, to be honest.
Yes.
Obviously, he had that horrible run where he lost to people he shouldn't have lost to, and he's bounced back against tomato cans.
Yeah.
Kind of.
This is
his first fight again with another credible opponent.
Yeah.
Almost like a last chance to lose. Remember, Yoko was meant to be the French hope.
Yeah.
They call him the French AJ. They call him the French AJ, gold medalist. Everything and his career has just been a mess, to be honest.
Takam.
Lost to Takam. He lost to Okoli. Did he lose to Duhap? No.
It might be someone random, you know.
The Riyadh Mary guy. That ran. Yeah. He was a cruiserweight champion, I think. Yeah. He lost to him as well. So yeah, it's been a mess for Tony Yoka. He's obviously not achieved the heights he's wanted to achieve. But big fight for me in Paris. I do expect Okoli to come through this. Younger, fresher, fought better opposition, just had a better career as well overall. So yeah, but you're right. I don't expect it to be a good fight or an exciting fight, should I say? So we'll see. Other fight that's worth mentioning for those, we kind of mentioned him earlier actually. Jerome Miller. He's up against. You say you kiss your teeth, but you was an advocate for him, so I don't. You switched to it.
What did you do?
You say you liked having them in boxing because he talks.
He's a character, but I don't know. I think he is a character, but at the same time, seeing him annoys me. No. Maybe I've switched on it because I've seen people forgetting
what he tried to pull off.
We're letting him off the hook a bit. Yeah. It's not once he done it. It's twice.
Yeah, popped it twice,
and it was the whole pharmacy in the system.
And he tried to commit a murder that night. Nasty.
He never held his hands up. He was claiming he was innocent. And even like I'm seeing he's working.
He's finally saying that he's made mistakes. So this is the matchroom card, I think.
So
he's up against an interesting Cuban heavyweight Flowz. I think Lenier Pero, undefeated Cuban. I haven't watched him fight, but he's Cuban, so we have to go take him seriously, kind of thing. You know what I mean? But so he might lose this. I guess in this Pero guy is meant to be quite decent. Obviously, I don't know who he's whatever, but I know he's typical Cuban in terms of he's had a few fights, but few wins, obviously undefeated. So we'll see how that plays out. But as you know, I'm not a fan of Jerome Miller. I don't feel like he should be boxing. Full stop. Especially what he tried to pull off twice.
Yeah.
But he's here. He is a character. I give him that. Very good talker. Builds up a press conference well, but ultimately what he tries to do, I think, was a violation. And he's not gonna. If he was to hang around and be a punching bag, cool. I guess that's punishment, low-key. You know what I mean? Like, Dubois kind of beat him up. The time I can beat him up, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, actually, I don't mind him in those fights.
Yeah.
But when he's headlining against someone he's supposed to maybe beat, I don't know.
Yeah.
If he deserves all that.
He's not going to become a champ anyways. We know that he's not going to do much.
And
if we're being honest, Jerome, he's not a great fighter. He's just big.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all he is. He's not really the most skilled. Big, and he's got an engine. That's pretty much it. So, yeah.
He looks, I'm seeing the clips of him, he looks in
what, bare shape?
Yeah, bare shape.
Okay.
So, we'll see.
We'll see. I'm probably not going to tune in, but I'll see the highlights. If it gets knocked out, I'll be there watching the highlights for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be entertaining. We'll see the clips.
Yeah.
Something.
For sure.
If you want new toupee or what.
No. Forgot about that. Yeah.
Toupee thing.
Crazy.
We'll see what he's on.
There's been a few announcement flows. I think the major one, that's what we're talking about. Again, you can't stay out the headlines, Conor Benn. So he's now signed a multi-fight deal with Zuffa. Again, the whole thing was fishy, and a lot of people said that, you're telling me this guy's really signed a one-fight deal for 15 mil? That doesn't make any sense. Financially, logistically, it doesn't make any sense. I felt like this was always the deal.
Yeah, this was the deal.
It was always, okay, well, let's say he's fine for one fight, because if he loses, maybe there's a little breakaway clause or whatever, we can cut our losses. But if he wins, okay, cool. It's actually a 4-fight deal or whatever for 15 mil. That makes more sense, because you don't get 15 mil for fighting a finished Regis pro grade. Impossible. So I think this was always a deal. This is how they just decided to announce it. Yeah, thoughts. Do you have any particular thoughts on just the Zuffa deal overall?
Like you say, it didn't really make sense because Dana White weren't even at the fight, and the on-fight deal for that was cash loss.
Yeah. So
this is making a bit more sense.
Yeah.
And we'll see because of that teaser against Regis.
Okay. Yeah. But did you see the announcement video?
No.
Yeah. Okay. I think with White and stuff, and he said a few words. He said, sign to Zuffa. He said, world titles, the next up world title. That's the goal. Obviously, we've discussed about the Zuffa model claiming that they don't want to do world titles, but this is twice now we've seen Zuffa signees claim that they're trying to go for the world title and whatnot, which contradicts what they're about apparently. So I'm intrigued to know what happens there again. Similar to Jaya Pataya. But as you said, if we're going off the Regis showing, that guy's not ready. And what's killing me as well, boxing is such a nasty business. Did you see Hearn's comments?
What did he say?
He basically just said he doesn't feel like Benn beats anyone at 147. And that's hilarious to me because obviously, as we know, when Hearn was promoting Benn, what was he saying?
He said he beats all of them, man.
But it's such a phony, fake-ass business. I hear it though. You're my up now, so I'm not gonna protect you though.
The game is the game.
The game is the game. But Hearn has basically said that he feels like he's gonna struggle against the other champions at 147. And that's what made me laugh the most because I said, let me go back a year later. You was pushing this guy to the high heavens that he's the next champion, next face at 147. Hearn's not wrong though.
But same time, you can see he was being strategic because he would shun Devin.
Yeah.
He switched up on Devin, said, Devin's boring, we don't want to fight. Because he knows Devin will treat him.
Yep.
And he was doing the same with Shakur. So, Hearn switches quick. Because Conor Benn was meant to be his actual brethren.
Yeah.
Not just his actual brethren.
Yeah.
That's the way he talks about it. Mm-hmm. And now he's,
Ultimately, though, I don't think he's necessarily wrong, per se. I thought we discussed it before.
You think he beats a Rollies?
It's a 50-50. It's a 50-50 fight. Mm-hmm. And I could slide towards, on the night, I could slide towards Rollies. Yeah. I'll be so real. I don't think he beats Ryan Garcia. We said he should stay away from Devin.
Yeah.
Gives him a bad day. Bad day. Even Crocker, who is a bit of an unknown quantity, I don't know,
I saw Hearn say they offered him Crocker and he turned it down.
Damn.
He turned out, he had a reason.
He was Ryan Garcia.
He was the Prince. He wants
Ryan Garcia makes the most money of anyone in the division. So it makes sense. One, he's got a title, and two, he's gonna get the most money for it. But I just don't think he beats Ryan Garcia. So yeah, man. And it's funny because we're seeing a lot of people I think are saying now post the Regis fight, obviously a lot of people have been killing Ben saying, yeah, this guy talks a lot, but he's not that good. He's still very, very raw, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, man, I, as we said last week, bro, he's still got work to do. We'll see how it goes, but I know a lot of people are going to be tuning and hate watching every Ben fight, you included.
I really wanted to see something that Regis fight. All I do is I set you a challenge for each fight.
Yeah.
And if you pass, you get credit. If you don't, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. So that Regis fight, he failed in my eyes.
Yeah.
And the biggest question, which everyone asked, is that power. Yeah. Is order for something that's appeared.
I'm not going to say too much about that one.
Apparently he's staying sparring. He says he's putting away middleweights in sparring.
He's capping, man. He ain't putting no middleweight, man.
There was a finished one-legged Regis in front of you. And
Didn't even drop him.
Yeah.
Didn't wobble him.
Went through life and death.
I'm not going to say why the power... Anyways, yeah.
But yeah, look, maybe he was weight drained.
Maybe.
But he claims he wasn't. So I don't know.
Maybe. Speaking of Zuffa as well, we've seen some other fighters now sign.
Yeah.
Crispin and Smith, who's, it's been quiet for a minute, to be honest. He signed over there. I think there was one more as well.
Belanga, Hitchens.
We didn't speak about it, Belanga and Hitchens signed there as well, which was expected. Again, these are clients of that Keith Connolly guy, and once he took Ben over there, it was quite expected that he was going to go over there with those guys as well. I think the consensus is great deal for Belanga because it's a big money deal.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Belanga's trajectory, we don't really know. Like, he's at 168, right? I think we're 168. Doesn't beat anyone, or the champ, doesn't beat the champs at 168. isn't that amazing as a fighter. So it's like, cool, you got some money. But Hitchens was someone that I think a lot of people had high stocks in.
Yeah.
Very good fighter, Hitchens. Championed himself. We want to see him in the mix with these other champs as well and these other guys. So again, we'll see how that plays out with his belt and whether he unifies and whatnot. He claims before that he's been looking to unify, etc. But again, that moving to Zuffa kind of contradicts that. We'll see how it all plays out. But yeah, CBS, I even forgot he existed. I can't. Like, when was the last time we saw him out? I can't remember. Was it the Zerdo fight?
Maybe.
I think he might have fought after that, actually. But
yeah, I can't remember. Which is interesting because, again, we thought maybe him and Vidal will be fighting next.
Yeah. Because he was on Boxer before, right?
Was it Boxer? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he was. They Boxer had all of them.
Boxer stayed.
Yeah, Boxer had Whittaker, him, Coley, Vidal. Yeah. So, but look, it might be a case where this John Patine, Philip Smith next.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be. I don't know what's
no belt. No belt. The Zuffa belt, which is poor to be honest. But yeah, we'll see how it all plays out with Zuffa. They're in the game now. They're in the mix. They're back home by Turkey, so they're gonna be here to stay. So we'll see how they navigate and their fights come out, etc. But hey, man, it is what it is. Flowz, I don't think there was any other major announcements.
Yeah,
so nothing's coming to mind. So yeah, man, I think we can wrap it up there. Flowz, this has been episode 296 of SZN Podcast. Once again, I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, you guys want to find us on the streaming platforms. Peace.
You take it a strap. I'm strapped up.
7, what was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.